Hi, Josh Solholt here with Gannett Ridge Hunting Equipment. I wanted to talk to you a little bit right now about the Prime Ion. This Prime Ion is a pretty unique bow in the sense that it has 4 cams. This is a proprietary technology from Prime. They do it to eliminate cam lean. You can adjust to make those cams lean differently. This one doesn't need any of that, and so you just time the bow itself, or just get the timing right on the bow, and then get your rest adjusted a little bit so you're shooting square, and away you go. So really quite simple. Even though it might look a little more complex, it's actually more basic once you get to work on the bow. This bow has a 31-inch axle to axle. It's the shortest in the Prime lineup. A little more ideal for shooting on a tree stands or ground blinds, and also kind of nice to throw in a backpack and pack into the backcountry where you don't have as much mass on the bow that you're hauling. It has a single limb design with their 70-75 aluminum in the riser. These bows are probably the best draw cycle on the market. They just come back so nice. Their back walls are incredibly solid. That's something that Prime and Quest company together have really had as a priority in their bow design, is just an incredibly comfortable draw, an incredibly solid back wall. You know where you are. You're going to take that shot from the same spot each time, which is a huge factor in your overall accuracy. You don't want to have a ton of wander in the back end of the bow, because then you can relax and let go from different places, and it makes you shoot a little less accurately. There's plenty of room in the back end of this thing. It's not like it's jumping out of your hand or any of that, but I think they found a really nice balance between those two concepts and paired them up with this particular cam on this bow. Prime's finish that they do on a bow, they don't dip bows, they actually do a bake-on finish, and so ends up coming out exactly like the pattern that you're looking for to be on the bow, and also has a lot longer wear time. I haven't seen one of these start to rub their finish yet. We've been dealers now for about 4 years. Materials and metals and everything that they use on this are pretty much overbuilt, which is really honestly something I look for in a bow. A couple of us here at the shop have shot them over the last couple of years, and they've held up incredibly well. No damage whatsoever to overall rigidity or use of the bow in that time. Prime uses a flex guard and their aligned string stop to your stabilizer, so when that string comes down and slaps that stop, it sends that shock out into that stabilizer and it beds it down before it hits your hand, which is kind of a nice feature. The warranty with Prime is pretty incredible. They have a 2-year deal on their strings where if you register the bow with Prime, they'll send you a free set of strings every 2 years. No one else in archery is doing that. If you do plan on shooting the bow for years and years to come, you're saving yourself $125 to $175 every 2 years. It's not all that many cycles down the line before you're kind of getting it paid for, which is a nice perk. This bow has a 7¼ inch brace height, a little longer than what you see typically with that 7-inch standard these days, and it weighs 3.8 pounds. So kind of in that medium light spectrum is where it's at. The light bows are super nice to pack. The heavier bows handle a little better in the wind. This one sort of sits right there in the middle. So at the shop, we've just been really impressed with this one this year and everything that Prime's pulling out of the hat this time. So if you happen to be in the Fort Collins area, swing into the shop here and shoot this thing. If not, find a dealer and go try one of these out. They're worth the test. They're a seriously nice bow. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you soon.